Good grief. Hi.
Hi.
FDR, what are you... I'm sorry. Tuck, this is my friend, FDR. FDR, this is Tuck.
Hello, it's lovely to meet you. Lovely to meet you.
Can you excuse me for just a second? I'm just a minute, for a second.
Well, you never either the grace nor the humility to lose like a man, do you? Where you going? Hey, where you going?
Okay, you can do this. You are a confident woman who can deal with conflict. I think I'm gonna pass out.
Lately, I've noticed a trend of what I call stealth romantic comedies that want to hide the fact that they're rom-coms, perhaps because it's a genre on life support. Maybe a movie will claim to have a more modern sensibility, like No Strings Attached and Friends with Benefits, or will masquerade as a juvenile guys movie like Adam Sandler's Just Go With It. But despite their ad campaigns and feeble attempts at subversion, these movies eventually succumb to the stale, predictable conventions of the dying rom-com genre that audiences are increasingly rejecting. The latest example of this is This Means War, which wants you to think it's a romantic action spy comedy with car chases and shootouts, providing a common ground where men and women will both find something to like. But this movie also stars America's sweetheart Reese Witherspoon with two of Hollywood's handsomest and hottest young stars in a wacky love triangle. You know what that means. This doesn't mean war. This means it's gonna be some bullshit. Witherspoon plays Lauren, who works for a product testing website and gets pushed onto the online dating scene by her supposedly raunchy married pal, Trish, played by Chelsea Handler. Lauren stumbles on the profile of Tuck, played by Inception's Tom Hardy, who's not only a divorced dad eager to settle down, but is also one of the CIA's top spies. But after their promising first date, Lauren bumps into the inexplicably named FDR, a roguish womanizer played by Star Trek's Chris Pine, who's CIA's other top spy as well as Tuck's best friend. When FDR and Tuck realize this hilarious coincidence, they decide they're going to compete with each other for Lauren's affections. First by using CIA resources and manpower to spy on Lauren to find out her likes and dislikes, then by sabotaging each other's dates with her, set to the Beastie Boys song Sabotage in case you were unclear about what was happening in front of your fucking face. In the meantime, a weapons dealer named Heinrich, played by Inglourious Basterds' Till Schweiger, is trying to get revenge on Tuck and FDR for killing his brother. So we have the annoying rom-com conventions of two guys fighting over the same girl, a silly competition where both of the guys spend most of the movie manipulating and lying to her, and with FDR you have the smooth-talking player who at first doesn't get along with the cool girl, then attempts to renounce his womanizing ways when he realizes this girl is different. You've also got hit-you-over-the-head music cues, a sassy, filterless best pal, who in the case of Trish is really just an exposition machine, and bright, glossy rom-com lighting that's taken to such an extreme that it looks like This Means War was shot on the freaking sun. What's supposed to make this movie different is the action, but the Heinrich subplot is totally marginalized and the action scenes go overboard on the shaky cam and choppy edits, while Tuck and FDR's efforts to woo Lauren are so clumsy that they never convince you that they're actually guys who kill people and lie for a living. But if all this rom-com rottenness isn't enough to make you want to kill yourself, consider the fact that Lauren's biggest criticism of Tuck is that he's too nice. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, the biggest problem with a guy who looks like this is that he's too sweet, is too ready to settle down, is too British, and apparently isn't as edgy as the womanizing prick Lauren initially detests. Tom Hardy, you clearly deserve better and have bigger things to worry about. For fuck's sake, you're fighting Batman this summer. Despite its attempts to trick you, This Means War is just another seizure in the death throes of the romantic comedy, and a stunningly bad one without much romance or comedy, which left me wondering who I hate more, the people who made this movie or the target audience who supposedly likes this crap, which is why I give This Means War a What the Flick rating of 1.5. I'm Jonathan Kim for What the Flick.